probably some decent winds coming out of that cell. So
probably some 60-mile-per-hour gusts, hail up to 1.5 inches in diameter. So ping pong ball sized hail perhaps coming up into that area between Mejia and Fairfield.
Okay, and we have some new viewer video coming in from the very first tornado warning that we had. This is near Halton City a little earlier this afternoon. You can see what we're seeing here. That's the wall cloud. You can actually see the rotation on that, and there's the funnel cloud extending down right at that point. That, again, we got word from the National Weather Service a little earlier that there was some debris, so at some point, even though you can't see it, at some point that funnel cloud made contact with the ground. This is another view. We're a little obscured with the trees there, but you definitely can see that wall cloud configuration, much lower hanging base to the cloud, and then the funnel is right behind that tree. Again, haven't seen any flying debris or anything like that, but some was reported as being seen from the National Weather Service office a little farther south than this location. So that was a little earlier. We are getting some, not sure exactly what this is, but it's damage. Paige? Is that what this is? The Sylvania, the I-35 and Meacham? Okay. Not sure exactly if that's an outbuilding that has been taken apart, but certainly something has been mangled, and kind of, I don't know if you can see off in the distance if that is part of the storm. Chopper is up, so let's go to chopper 5, and this is 35 and Meacham, and I'm seeing this for the first time, so I'm kind of figuring out exactly what we might be looking at. If this might be, not sure if that is some roof damage, perhaps pieces like this were blown off right there. You can see that. It is some structural damage. This isn't going to be massive type of damage because the storm was fairly weak as it moved through, at least in terms of tornadoes. But you can see definite damage. Who's on the phone?
Yes, Ken here.
Yeah, go ahead, Ken. Tell us what you know.
Yes, Ken Kalkoff here. I'm at the scene of this roof collapse, and the scene is very dramatic. There are pieces of this roof scattered for a couple of blocks, I think, around here, certainly out in the parking lot in front of this building. This building is an office building. I've spoken with several people who were inside this place when this happened, and they're shaken, but they're okay. Firefighters here are telling me that thus far they don't have any serious injuries, which is amazing considering what we're seeing here. But they're still assessing the situation, and they're still working on this, going through that place and making certain that there are no injured people in there. People out here in the parking lot are still very shaken. They're in shock after being through that roof peeling off the top of this building. Pieces have flown for quite some distance, and it's quite a scene here.
All right, Ken, I appreciate that. I can imagine being in that building. I don't blame them for being frightened to have the roof peeled like that. I'm noticing though, which is good, I see a lot of windows that are not broken, but we can expect that with that small tornado, the winds were certainly strong enough to be doing some damage like this, so in excess of 65, 70, 75, maybe 80 miles an hour. And it may just be for a very short time. We'll have Chopper 5 buzz around and see if they see any other reports of any damage from this. But the storm that produced this is no longer anything at this point. It has moved on into Denton County, and it has fallen apart completely. So the risk of anything from what produced that tornado is gone. You can see it's right there. However, we still have a tornado